Hello, New York Yankees fans. We have brand new exclusive videos and the latest news for you. Before we get started, we'd like to invite you to join our channel and give this video a like. It's crucial to get exclusive access to the latest updates. The rumor broke like a thunderclap across the baseball world. And when the Yankees move suddenly like this, people don't just talk. They panic, analyze, and immediately start reshaping their entire season narrative. Garrett Crochet, a name that has been quietly floating in the background of trade whispers, suddenly becomes the center of attention as a surprise reinforcement. This is not a routine signing. It feels like a message. The Yankees are telling everyone they are not satisfied with the status quo, and they are willing to make bold, shocking moves to return to dominance. The real twist is not just the arrival of Crochet, but the simultaneous decision to cut a veteran. That combination instantly transforms the story from a simple roster change into a full-scale internal shift. Because when the Yankees cut a seasoned player, it usually means something deeper is happening. Perhaps a new direction, a new philosophy, or a new urgency inside the clubhouse. The rumor that has been spreading is that the club has been tracking Crochet for a while and finally decided the moment was right to act. And when the moment is right, the Yankees move quickly without hesitation. If you look at Crochet's profile, it's easy to see why the speculation grew so fast. He is exactly the type of pitcher who can disrupt the rhythm of a game, someone who can enter and instantly change the atmosphere with a single pitch. The Yankees have always valued impact talent, players who can shift momentum in an instant, and Crochet fits that mold perfectly. The behind-the-scenes pressure inside the franchise is enormous. Every decision is scrutinized like a championship wager, and no one wants to be seen as falling behind. So when a surprise signing happens, it usually means the front office believes they have found something rare. The rumor is that the Yankees want someone who can dominate crucial moments, someone who can stabilize a bullpen that has shown cracks. And Crochet is being seen as that kind of piece. The bigger question is how this will affect the rest of the roster. In a team as big as the Yankees, one new addition can alter not just the lineup, but the entire culture. The clubhouse energy shifts, roles are reevaluated, and suddenly everyone has to prove themselves again. The veteran who is reportedly cut is where the rumor becomes even more charged. In baseball, experience is invaluable, and cutting a veteran who has history with the team always sparks speculation. Some insiders suggest the veteran was no longer fitting the team's current direction, while others believe there was internal friction or a drop in performance that the organization could no longer tolerate. What is striking is that with Crochet's arrival, it feels like the Yankees are willing to sacrifice history for potential. This is a franchise that is known for being ruthless when it believes it is necessary. Some fans interpret the move as a clean reset, a way to inject new energy and new hunger into a roster that may have become too comfortable. Others see it as a harsh decision that risks losing leadership and stability. But one thing is clear. The Yankees seem determined to make a statement. They are showing that no one is untouchable and that the priority is winning now, not maintaining sentiment. The timing of this rumor is what makes it feel like a deliberate strategy. The Yankees rarely make sudden moves without a calculated reason, and this has the appearance of being a long-planned decision that was finally executed. The speculation is that the front office accelerated the process after internal evaluations showed a need for immediate reinforcement. Some believe the bullpen has been inconsistent, and Crochet could be the missing piece to bring stability. Others think the team is simply looking for more flexibility in how they manage high-pressure situations. When a club as influential as the Yankees makes a surprise signing, it sends ripples through the entire league. It tells rival teams that the Yankees are still capable of changing the game in an instant. And that alone can cause a chain reaction, with other clubs rethinking their strategies, worried they might be outpaced. The fan reaction has been immediate and intense, because Yankees fans do not accept excuses, they demand results. When a surprise signing happens, the mood shifts from curiosity to expectation in a matter of minutes. And with the veteran being cut at the same time, the pressure rises even more because fans begin to question whether the club is making the right choice. Some already believe this is the beginning of a bigger roster overhaul, possibly the first step in a more radical transformation. Others think the move is simply a tactical adjustment, designed to send a message to both the players and the league. Regardless, the speculation is already spreading like wildfire, and that is typical of the Yankees. Any rumor becomes a headline, and any headline becomes a national debate. The only certainty is that this story has the potential to change the narrative around the team's entire season. From a strategic standpoint, this rumor is especially intriguing because it hints at a deeper shift in the Yankees' approach. Crochet is the type of player who can influence the way a team is managed. If the Yankees are indeed planning to use him in high-leverage situations, it could reshape how they structure their bullpen and plan for critical moments. It may also affect how the coaching staff manages innings and matchups, because adding a pitcher with an aggressive profile gives them more options and more confidence in tight games. The veteran's exit could be seen as part of this strategic recalibration. The rumors suggest the Yankees are prioritizing youth and volatility over experience, which is a bold move for a franchise that has historically relied on established stars. But the Yankees may be signaling that the era of patience is over. They want immediate impact, and they're willing to take risks to achieve it. And perhaps the most intriguing part of this rumor is the implication that this move could be part of something larger. In a franchise like the Yankees, surprises rarely happen in isolation. The arrival of Garrett Crochet could be the first domino in a series of adjustments, a subtle reshaping of the roster that will become more visible over time. Some insiders speculate that the club is preparing for a broader retooling, aiming to build a more aggressive, more flexible team capable of handling pressure without relying on old formulas. If this is true, the veteran's departure was likely a necessary step to clear space for the new direction. It could be a sign that the Yankees are willing to rebuild their identity in real time, prioritizing performance and adaptability. And if the rumor proves accurate, the entire baseball world may soon realize that this is not just a signing. It is a declaration of intent. Now, if this rumor turns out to be true, the impact on the team's strategy could be enormous. Garrett Crochet, as a powerful, aggressive pitcher, could alter the way the Yankees approach key moments. Some insiders speculate that the team plans to use him in high-pressure scenarios, when the game is on the line and the margin for error is minimal. If that is the case, his presence could change not only the pitching staff, but also the mentality of the entire roster. When a team gains a new weapon, everyone else feels the pressure to step up. The veteran's departure could be seen as a sign that the Yankees want a more dynamic, more unpredictable group. In baseball, predictability is often the beginning of failure. By bringing in a player with explosive potential, the Yankees may be trying to break the pattern and create a new identity. And if the rumor is accurate, this could be the beginning of a more intense and more aggressive team culture. Another angle of speculation is how this move could affect the entire player market. When the Yankees make a surprising signing, the entire league watches closely because it can shift perceptions of value and influence other teams' decisions. If Crochet is indeed a major addition, other clubs may begin to chase similar profiles, looking for pitchers who can deliver sudden impact. This could create a ripple effect across the market, with teams accelerating their plans to avoid being left behind. On the other hand, the veteran's release could serve as a warning to experienced players. The Yankees are not afraid to make tough decisions. This could change the way athletes view the club, because no one wants to be the next surprise cut. In a franchise like the Yankees, the message is clear. Performance and fit matter more than legacy. And that kind of environment can either motivate or intimidate players, depending on how they interpret it. The locker room chemistry is another aspect fueling the speculation. Chemistry is not something that can be measured on paper, but it always affects performance. A player like Garrett Crochet, young and intense, could bring a new energy to the clubhouse. Some believe that is exactly what the Yankees need, a spark that reawakens the team's competitive fire. The veteran's departure, however, could create a void if he was a leader or a stabilizing presence. The rumor suggests that the organization believes the team needs a fresh direction, and that means accepting the risk of losing a familiar voice. If the players understand the change as a necessary step, it could strengthen the group. But if they see it as a sign of instability, it could cause friction. This is what makes the rumors so intriguing. It is not just about a new player, but about the culture of the team. The Yankees have a history of transforming themselves, and this could be another chapter in that story. There is also the possibility that the Yankees are preparing for something bigger, and this is just the first step. In major franchises, decisions are rarely isolated, and a surprise signing often signals deeper planning. The addition of Garrett Crochet could be the beginning of a broader shift in the roster, perhaps the first move in a series of strategic adjustments. Some insiders believe the Yankees may be planning to bring in additional pieces, focusing on youth and versatility. This could indicate a long-term vision of building a more flexible, more competitive team capable of adapting to challenges. If that is true, the veteran's exit was likely a necessary sacrifice to clear room for the new direction. It would suggest that the Yankees are not only thinking about the present, but also about how to sustain success in the future. And if this rumor is accurate, it could mark the start of a significant transformation for the franchise. Of course, the reaction of rival teams is another key element of this rumor. Baseball is a strategic chess game, and when the Yankees make a move, others respond. If Crochet becomes a major asset, opponents will need to adjust their plans, especially if he is used in crucial situations. The rumors suggest that other teams are already watching closely, considering how to counter the Yankees' new weapon. This creates a competitive atmosphere in which every move becomes a response to another. The Yankees, by making such a bold signing, may be signaling that they are ready to reclaim dominance and that they are not afraid to challenge the rest of the league. And that message alone can shift the entire competitive landscape. The rumor may not only change the Yankees season, but also alter how rivals approach their own strategies. But before we continue, please remember to join our channel and give this video a like. Your support allows us to keep bringing you the latest news about the New York Yankees. Feel free to share your thoughts on the news in the comments. Ultimately, the biggest question is whether this move will work. Rumors are always about possibilities, and the truth is that the Yankees have made bold decisions before that did not pan out. But when the franchise acts with this level of surprise, it suggests confidence, and that confidence alone can influence outcomes. The addition of Garrett Crochet and the departure of the veteran may be the start of a transformation, or they may end up being a temporary adjustment that doesn't change the season's trajectory. What is clear is that the rumor has already shifted the narrative. The fans are now expecting something new, the market is reacting, and the club has already succeeded in creating a sense of anticipation. That is the power of a rumor like this. It is not just about a player, but about the feeling that the Yankees are back to making bold moves. And in the world of baseball, that feeling alone can be enough to change the story. Adding to the complexity is the potential impact on team morale. Even players not directly implicated by Boone's comment may feel the weight of scrutiny, potentially altering behavior, interactions, and performance. Rumors suggest that this could lead to subtle shifts in hierarchy, with some players stepping up as leaders while others become more cautious or defensive. Analysts are debating whether Boone's approach could unify the team around a shared understanding of expectations, or whether it risks creating a culture of fear and uncertainty. Social media discourse magnifies every nuance as fans, journalists, and rival commentators attempt to read between the lines and predict outcomes. The internal dynamics are further complicated by the high-profile nature of the Yankees franchise, where every decision is magnified, critiqued, and debated. Sources hint that Boone is aware of the potential consequences, suggesting that his declaration is part of a calculated strategy designed to assert control, motivate adherence to team standards, and maintain competitive focus, all while keeping the baseball world guessing about the true identities and fates of those he considers disruptive. As the story develops, speculation about long-term consequences continues to grow. Boone's statement has created a narrative in which leadership, accountability, and internal culture are at the forefront, overshadowing individual performance statistics. Rumors suggest that even if immediate action is not taken, the message itself may influence the Yankees' season trajectory, affecting player behavior, decision-making, and interpersonal dynamics. Analysts predict that Boone's approach could either solidify his reputation as a manager willing to confront challenges head-on or provoke criticism if the outcomes are perceived as destabilizing. Meanwhile, social media and sports talk shows are perpetuating the drama, dissecting every nuance and turning the situation into a case study in sports psychology and leadership. The anticipation surrounding Boone's next moves ensures that speculation will remain intense, as fans, journalists, and insiders alike monitor developments closely. The unfolding narrative exemplifies how a single statement can ripple through an entire organization, impacting morale, strategy, and public perception, leaving the Yankees in a suspenseful limbo while the baseball world waits to see whether Boone's decisive stance will reshape the team for better or worse. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to keep receiving exclusive news about the New York Yankees, please subscribe to our channel and give us a like. We always appreciate your comments and opinions. See you in the next video.